Alright guys, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all keeping safe. Wasn't planning on making a video today. I'd actually just had my pre-workout to go to the gym, which probably isn't good because now I'm making this video, so I'm probably going to be here making this video and going out of my mind. But I had to make this one. As you can see in the background here, Tom Henderson, who is kind of an industry insider, gets a lot of information very, very early. He's just basically for the last couple of days he's been talking about Modern Warfare 2 in advance of it actually being revealed today. So he's very good at that stuff. He's made more of a name recently with his Battlefield 2042 videos, and I've been following him for some time. And he did the other day talk about the fact that he had some news about the Division Heartland, and of course I've been waiting for that to come up because he is someone that you absolutely want to listen to when it comes to this stuff. He gets his stuff from the devs directly, from a lot of sources. So this is almost like this isn't really a leak as such, because I presume this has come from a credible source. We're going to go into the article here, but it basically goes over all the details of Heartland that he's got to reveal so far. As you can see here, exclusive the Division Heartland game modes revealed, map detail, etc. So yeah guys, this is some news about Division Heartland. Maybe it's stuff we don't know, maybe it's stuff we do, but this is almost kind of verifying everything we've been talking about in terms of leak for a very long time. So let's get into it. Alright, so here's the article. It's actually on xfire.com. As you can see, the title is exclusive the Division Heartland game modes revealed, map details, enemies, and more. Pretty much just going to read through this. I've not seen this yet, so I don't know, as I said, if there's anything new in here or what. So let's go over it. So as you can see, it was only published today by Tom Henderson. Also, what I will say is that my my mate on Twitter, Shoot to Loot, actually tweeted at me to say that this was live. So yeah, thanks very much for doing that. So let's go into it. It says, not much has been officially revealed by Ubisoft about its upcoming free-to-play shooter, The Division Heartland, with the publisher only confirming that the game will be released during its fiscal year of 22 to 23. So that's April 2022 to March of 2023. Meaning the game is currently scheduled to release by March 2023. And that's very true. The only thing we really know is what's been leaked in terms of footage, which is actually quite a lot from what we got from the footage. But officially, yeah, we really don't know anything. And there's so many people who play The Division that don't know about this game. I see it all of the time. People still asking, what's this Heartland game all about? So yeah, there's a lot of marketing that needs to be done for this game, and the reason why there hasn't been at the moment is because we're not quite there yet. So it says, over the last few months though, Ubisoft has been conducting extensive QA on the Division Heartland, leading some sources to believe that release could be imminent. Okay, we can exclusively reveal that the game will feature two modes: Storm, which is a PvEv/PvE, I think I said that right, mode, and Excursion, previously named Expedition, which is a PvE mode aimed at preparing you for a storm. So yeah, they've obviously renamed what was called Expedition. I believe in the alpha footage it was called Expedition as well. Several sources compared Excursion to the tutorial mode of Storm, where players can play with two other friends and learn the map by scavenging, looting, exploring, and fighting against enemy AI on the game's massive map named Silver Creek. The current description for the Excursion game mode reads, explore alongside other friendly agents to prepare for the world for the coming storm. However, Heartland's bread and butter is Storm, a PvEvP mode with a similar formula to the likes of Escape from Tarkov. The aim of this mode is to survive, loot and extract from Silver Creek to your base of operations. And I know a lot of you guys who have played the Division 1 will be reading that and going, this is basically survival from the Division 1. And if you've seen the art footage, I mean, it kind of is. I mean, it has that kind of battle royale element to it as well. It has like a, and I don't know if he's going to mention it here, but I'll mention it now. It has like a roam, you know, it has in battle royale games, you have kind of like a ring that gets closer. This has like a roaming storm, which it kind of roams depending on the way the wind goes. It's very unique, not something that's been done in a battle royale game before. So what they've done with this game is they kind of made it almost like a battle royale type survival game. It becomes battle royale particularly towards the end if people aren't actually getting out of Silver Creek. So onto Silver Creek. This is a large open world with plenty of opportunities to find rare loot, but the game's virus-contaminated gas can spread from random locations instead of just moving in from the map's edges, like we've seen with many battle royales to date. Wow, this is exactly what I just said. Players survive the gas by finding and crafting gas mask filters, which will prevent you from falling into the DBNO state, which is simply a more complicated name for being downed. Okay, I don't know why they didn't just put down state. And as I've covered previously, guys, the mask filters you have to find, And I think from my testing, if you get like the lowest one, it needs to be replaced every 8 minutes, something like that. I can't remember exactly how long it was, and I don't know if that's changed, obviously, since the QA and stuff. The game will feature tiered loot, like we have seen in the previous Division games, with grey, green, blue, purple, and gold, which we knew. The shades litter the map, the shade beacons, enabling players to spend resources on various upgrades, in addition to virus detection, virus clearance, calling in supply drops, and more. So, yeah, there's that as well. And then this is the road map, if you want to call it. Base for operations. Your base for operations is your central hub located in an abandoned ice rink. Here you can customize your loadout, matchmake for lobbies, sell your scavenged items, and buy upgrades, mods, and other weapons. And I believe here is also where the store is going to be, where you can purchase stuff. Let's see if there'll be stuff in there that people don't want. Perhaps we'll get NFTs. I mean, Ubisoft is still pushing it, guys. Very much so. It's not going away, unfortunately. Here you will also be able to enable projects, which is Heartland's take on daily and weekly missions. We all of us know about projects from the Division 2. Completing these projects will grant you extra resources and XP points. One especially interesting feature of your base for operations is the small arcade that it contains. This arcade includes previous Ubisoft games like For Honor, Just Dance, and Driver. It's not clear whether these will be playable as mini-games once the game releases, though. I'd be very surprised if it did. I believe in the Division 2, I can't remember which mission it is. I'm trying to think which one it was now. I can't remember what mission it is, but they had the similar thing where you'd have, the arcade stuff where you could see those kind of old games, but you could never interact with them. At the base operations, you can craft upgrades to your weapons and prep items. Prep items are self-explanatory, but they are items you can take with you into a match in order to get an advantage. There is currently 4 prep items in the game. So you have the insertion point, allows you to choose a specific insertion point when joining a match. Stash box, used for storing consumables and crafting materials in-game. Buff tower, currently unknown description, and extractor pod, currently unknown description. I assume the extractor pod means you can extract wherever you want, rather than a certain place on the map. Buff tower, not entirely sure on that one, if I'm being honest with you. But again, I think this is... I've never played Escape from Tarkov, but does Escape from Tarkov have prep items as well, where you can kind of prep yourself for the match to come? I know it's in Battlefield 2042, isn't it? What's that mode in Battlefield 2042 that no one plays called? Oh, I can't remember. I think you can prep stuff in there to go into the game. My favourite one is Stash Box, where you can obviously leave stuff on the map, so that next time you go into the map, you can go to that Stash Box and pick those things up, which I think is cool. Characters and classes. So there is currently 6 individual characters to choose from in the Division Heartland. 3 male, 3 female. Apart from their appearance, though, nothing else distinguishes them. Instead, you'll pick one of 3 different classes after selecting your character. We have the Weapon Expert Talents Tracking Shot. Enemies are marked after damage them with a firearm. Lasts 5 seconds. And the Shared Armor Kit. Armor kits repair your armor as well as nearby teammates and friendlies. The perk is Covert Armor. We then got Medic. Talents are Health Recovery. Restore health after being in cover for a short time. Shared health kit, same as above, but for health. And then the perk is Covert Melee. And then talents for the survivalist are Loot Detection. Crouching highlights nearby unopened loot crates. Shelled Filter as above, but for filters. And then the perk is Covert Cover. I mean, without actually playing the game, I've got no idea which one people are going to go for. And I'm not sure... We also don't know if you have to pick... I think from the alpha, you had to pick... Basically, you couldn't have the same one in the team, right? You could only have one weapon expert, one medic, one survivalist. Because it's a team of 3, you have to have one of each. The same way as like Apex Legends, you can only have one of each character per team. I think the same applies here. I don't think that you can have, say, 3 weapon experts. I'm pretty sure about that. As you would expect with any of the Division games, Heartland features AI enemies called vultures. There's currently 6 different types of vultures in the game, each with different attributes. These 6 types of vultures are named Flanker, Grunt, Heavy, Sharpshooter, and Technician. Although the game has yet to be given an official release date, many sources reveal that Division Heartland is progressing well, wow, this pre-workout's kicking in, and is in a better state than the recently leaked Tom Clancy's Frontline. And that's no surprise. Tom Clancy's Frontline looks to be dead in the water. That's not going to... I mean, no one's going to play that game, I can guarantee. This game, however, will, if it is good, will pick up a huge portion of that PvP audience for the Division 2, but also anyone who is interested in this type of game, because it's free to play as well, we'll be interested just to play it. I know I'm looking forward to this a lot. Ubisoft could reveal the game soon with its quarterly earnings call for Q3 22 taking place on February 17th. So in 6 days, we're going to get those quarterly earnings call. We'll have to have a look at that because they more than likely will hear about this game in there. We might even hear about the Division 2 new content in there as well. But there you go, guys. I don't think there's anything here that's new that I didn't already know about. I didn't know about this extractor pod and this buff tower, and I got no idea what they are. But aside from that, yeah, I think we knew about all this stuff. I covered this stuff many months ago, but it's finally good to hear this come from a source like Tom Henderson, who, as I said, you know, he's not wrong, okay? He doesn't get this stuff wrong. He gets it from main sources. This would have come from a Ubisoft representative. There's no doubt about it, because he didn't cover this back when they had the alpha, right? This is obviously a lot later, and the good thing is it's progressing well, and at least from what he says, this is imminent, guys. This could be coming very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out at the same time as the new Division 2 content. It may even come out before if you take this roadmap, and I don't even know if you want to call it that, because I'm not sure Ubisoft made it for it to be a roadmap. If this is anything to go by, then it could come out in the next month or two. Who knows? But that's it, guys. Hope you all had a good weekend. Until the next one, Epic out.